All right. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately about bug finders and what they're all about and how they work and what's good and what's not and I guess I wanted to show you, a few different things. Um, Let you know what the difference is between units. I'm not going to go into the everything, but I'm going to kind of go maybe the difference between different brands here. Over here with these units, these are bug finders that go all the way up to 6 gigahertz. Okay, these are uh, pretty good units. So sometimes they'll even pick up on a digital signal, but they're really meant for analog. Which means when you do find a digital signal, maybe it might be a little erratic, maybe it won't, maybe it'll be perfectly fine. Um, but they're not meant for a digital signal. And even though these two units have the same um, model number on there, they're actually more like a car where you can get a GX model and a GXE model, even though it has all the same features on there. It actually doesn't have the capabilities. So it's just cheaper for them to mainstream the unit rather than to make them each different. And this right here, this is just a lens finder, whereas this one will both do lens finding and give you RF. So yeah, just because they look the same does not mean they are the same. And also, just because it says it's a bug finder does not mean that it's going to go all the way from 20 megahertz to 6 gigahertz. It may only do analog rather than analog and digital. So there's kind of a little situation on that. So on this model, the Lawmates, these are great products. Pretty high quality on these. As you turn them on, you can see that they're well made. Um, One of the things I like the most is right here with the high and low sensitivity, and let me tell you why. When I'm doing a bug sweep, I do not want to miss anything. So what I'll do is I will turn the sensitivity up so that I can find the bug from far away. Okay, and by doing that, my likelihood of missing something is a lot less. Whereas if I'm doing low sensitivity, I am going to have to really be careful, and it'll take me a long time uh, to sweep. So instead, I'm going to do high sensitivity and then switch to low sensitivity to find what I'm looking for so I can know precisely where it's at. Um, where this, I know that the high sensitivity is finding something more like 6 feet away. I'm going to start getting the LEDs lighting up from 6 feet, and the low sensitivity is more tuned to 6 inches. The dial does not have any presets. And so when I turn it on up, I don't know if that means that I'm finding something from 2 feet away or 4 feet away. And when I'm turning it down, I don't know if that's 6 inches away. So it's pretty um, inconsistent. And if you've ever done a sweep before, you understand how frustrating inconsistent can be. On these products, you'll see that they do have a little bit of flexibility so that I can maybe reach into places and sweep like more like this. Okay. I normally like to have it over at the side because this whole thing is an antenna, and so I'm getting more surface area if I'm sweeping toward the side. Okay, and I'm overlapping a little bit, like I'm vacuuming, just a little bit of an overlap, and I'm just going real slow, one step after I do up and down. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much how that works. These also have a lens finder on here, which are pretty brilliant. And you'll notice that it has a flashing red light here. The flashing red light is so that my eye does not adjust to that light. Your eyes are less sensitive to a red light rather than a white light. And if I'm like up in an attic and I don't want to lose my night vision, or my eyes adjusting to the darkness around me, then I may just keep it on rather than having it flash. But the reason why it has a lens on there with that flashing light is so that I can actually look into a vent rather than having the light reflect off of the grill, and I'm going to be able to see into the vent rather being distracted by the light flashing to the top. So yeah, if I'm flashing this up at a camera, for instance, hopefully you can see that, but the camera is flashing back at me, and that is a positive to let me know that there's a camera inside that smoke detector. So both of these units have those capabilities, both the lens finding and the RF bug detection.